Hey, this is Gary again. Thanks for joining me for another demo of HPIA in a task sequence for OSD. This one is where the HPIA is calling an offline repository that has been put into a CM package. So here you can see it is downloading the CM package, which has the repository in it. It already so basically I've got a few steps in this example, a repo for each one, and each one is its own step, and then there's conditions on the step to determine if it would be the right package or not. I know a lot of people do it this way for driver packs, so I'm doing an example this way too, where you just have one step per model. It's quite easy and simple to keep track of it this way. I'm going to do another example after this where it's more dynamic, but for now we're just keeping it simple. Alright, so now it is hashing that, so this takes another moment to make sure everything's good. Alright, so now it's staging that to the CCMCache. Alright, and now we're going to step through these next couple. It will determine that those are not applicable and skip them. And now it's going to grab the HPIA itself, the tool, and place that into another variable. Alright, so there you can see HPIA tool 01 just popped in cache 02. And if we scroll down, we can find an offline repo that we downloaded, and that is in number 1. So we're going to continue on, and it is running. You can see it automatically updated the command lines to use those variables of where the content location was. And now we'll go ahead and take a look at the log for HPIA. It's just in the temp folder. That's where we told it to go. So it's doing the scan now of the endpoint to determine what's needed based upon the content file there, that reference file, the XML file. And it did see that it needs to use the local repository in CCMCache /1. Alright, so the analysis is complete. Alright, so it's using the offline repository. You can see here, this is on the other ones, will be showing like it's downloading. So what it's doing here is just actually copying the installer from the cache into its own location and then expanding it. So this takes a little while as it has to extract the exe, and some of them are fairly large. By default it goes to like C program data HP is something or other, and you can change where it is doing this as well. You can set the HPIA cacher or the cacher command line, and once again, this is why I always recommend looking at the documentation. You can see all the available switches. In my next example, I'll actually show using that command and dumping everything into a temp folder in the C Windows temp as well. Alright, it should rip through these pretty easy. The rest of them are a little bit smaller. I think that first one's actually the video, which is why it's so large. And then in a moment it should look kind of like the normal where you see the installs here. And actually we'll be able to confirm where it copied it to and expanded it. Once the installs start, it puts the path there. Alright, yep, C program data, HP image assistant, and then the device model name, and then it expands it to the softpack number, and then a friendly name of what that softpack was, which in that first one was the Intel chipset. Now we're doing the management engine. Alright, I'm going to just fast forward a little bit. Alright, now we are up to that. We did the rapid storage and the Realtek, and there's the audio, and we'll just keep moving forward here, skipping forward a little. Alright, now we're on the video. This takes a little bit as well. Alright, we're getting close here. The video will cause the screen to flicker, however I fast forwarded that part apparently. Alright, now we're getting really close. It's just running through these last things. If you wanted to know this whole process, it takes 13 minutes this time. I just fast forwarded it quite a bit because if you watch the other demos, you kind of knew what to expect here. Alright, so now it's finished. Exit code 3010. It doesn't require you to reboot now. You can just you can reboot anytime in the task sequence. Alright, I hope you are finding these interesting, and thank you.